find a property, the easiest way is going to be with a realtor. Realtors um, all have access to the MLS or multiple listing service. And so you talk to them, you say, I'm looking to buy a house in this zip code for around this amount of price. And they'll give you a list of all the listed houses or houses that are listed with a realtor for sale. All right. So the benefit of that is you have access to houses very quickly that you know are for sale. The negative is that no matter what that seller's motivation is, that they need to sell and they want to sell their house, as soon as they talk to a realtor, the realtor is trying to push them towards getting the most money out of the deal that they can. Okay. And so it becomes very competitive, and sometimes it's hard to find a deal, especially over the last couple of years where it's a seller's market and there's a lot of competition and houses don't sit on the market very long. It's very easy for a realtor to bump the price, um, which isn't necessarily always beneficial to the seller.
Mm.
Okay, the other way, some other ways would be you can talk to a wholesaler, right? So, wholesalers, their job or their strategy is to find sellers who want to sell their house but haven't listed it with a realtor and figure out their motivation and how to solve their problem for them. And they get it under contract and then they email out those listings. And so if you're looking for deals, you can network with a whole bunch of wholesalers and you'll get texts and emails constantly of different properties that they have for sale. Another way is networking with other GD RIA members. So it's kind of interesting because, you would think there are buyers and sellers, but in actuality, a lot of investors, are always buying and selling, right? So I have two houses. I have a single family that's getting listed with the realtor tomorrow. I have a double that'll be listed with the realtor next week. I have another single family that I'm listing on our website, selling on terms with seller financing. And at the same time, I'm marketing for new deals, right? So it's just a fact of as your business changes, the assets you want are different and the financing changes. So networking with other GD RAM members is always a good idea. You'll be amazed how many deals you find from that. And then you can always do your own marketing and get in contact with the seller directly. And that could be driving for dollars. It could be, my son's doing it right now. And so he's got doorknob hangers and post-it notes, and it could be direct mail. It could be internet marketing. What's that? Pay-per-click, PPC. Could be cold calling. There's a whole bunch of ways to. Could be TV ads, like we talked about, right? With all of these, how to find a property. Again, I would go to. There's not one right way, right? I get asked all the time, well, what marketing works? Should I do direct mail? Should I do a postcard? Should I do cold calling? And really, it's what do you like doing and what can you stick with for a long time, right? Um, and so it depends on how you're buying properties and what kind of properties you buy, right? It could be you just talk to a realtor and it's done. It could be you talk to a wholesaler, or it could be that you're buying lists and sending out mailers, could be bandit signs. There's no one right way. And I have bought a whole bunch of properties with a realtor. I've bought a bunch from wholesalers. Actually, one of the people who just went through my private money group coaching was a wholesaler that sold me a deal and recognized that I could just pay cash for whatever deals I was buying, and so wanted to learn how to do that. And then I've done a lot of marketing. I've done bandit signs. I've done truck magnets. I've done direct mail, postcards, texts, um, doorknob hangers, whatever. We've done it all. We've tried it all.